I wanted to make a video talking about how moving away from your family is probably one of the best things you can do while you're young. Moving to another country, moving to another town or whatever, the growth, the experience you get is just amazing. The comfort in your own home is the killer of progression. You really do need to go out into the world and experience it for what it is. And leaving home was one of the best decisions I ever made. Being comfortable with my own friends and my own family around me, just not expecting more from life, it was peaceful and it was chill. I didn't mind that at the time, but when I left New Zealand and I seen how much wealth there was out there, how much growth I could have made, how much people there is to meet, experiences and all of those sorts of things, I understood more what I actually want in life. I understood myself, I learned about myself more, and I figured out what I actually want. I love my family and I love being around them, but if you are in comfort, you're just not going to grow. You're not going to learn about yourself. You're not going to experience things for what it is like. You're not going to meet new people. You're just in the same kind of world that you've been in for 20 years of your life, already growing up as well, and you're not exploring out of that, which I think it's peaceful, yes, don't get me wrong, but for someone that's trying to strive for more or strive for greatness or work towards a business or work towards your goals, I think it's best for you to leave your hometown, leave your family behind. Not leave them behind, like I'm meaning just leave them so where you can grow, where you can breathe a bit. Because I feel like a lot of people face this judgment of if their family will approve their decisions, which shouldn't be a factor in your life. You should do things that you want to do, that make you happy, that make you strive towards your goals or towards greatness or whatever. If your family is holding you back, or the judgment of other people like your friends and family or anything like that, you're really not going to see your true potential. And that's very worrying to me. That is scary to me, that if I had stayed in New Zealand, if I had worried about other people's approval rather than my own, I could have not got to where I am today in a crazy position. Like, I can't even fathom how fast my trajectory has gone from moving from New Zealand, working in those industries, to where I am now. To me, is crazy. I know a lot of other people have done a lot greater in a shorter amount of time, but I didn't even think I could be here. I didn't even think this was a possibility. But because I left my home and I met new people and I made new connections and I learned new skills, I've managed to build the life that I'm living now, which is a pretty comfortable life, I must say. Like, I'm not afraid about going places anymore. Like, I can travel places if I wanted to. I can buy nice things if I wanted to. Fortunately, I don't do many nice things as other people. I don't, travel as much as I'd like to. I don't go out as much as I'd like to, because I am trying to focus on the long-term vision and make sure that those goals are met, that those things are in place, that I am contributing towards my future, not just my satisfaction at this point in time of my life. Later on, I will have my fun. Just at this stage, I really do, just lock in and get shit done. And there will be time where I can spend time with family. I know there will be. There's a lot of things going, like, cherish the time with your family and everything. And I understand that. I get that. But I also really have a mission. I have things to work towards, and I love my family to death. I really need to reach these goals. I need to reach this next level that I need to get to. And then I can enjoy my time with my family a whole lot more than I would if I didn't reach my goals, if I didn't become the person that I wanted to be. And I know my family will accept me for who I am. That's not my concern. It's more so I am putting my goals and my life on hold, my family's approval or my friends' approval or whatever, which to me just doesn't sit right. You're the one person that you have to take care of is yourself. That should be your main priority at the end of the day. Is yourself, is your body. Then you can help other people. If you become the better person, if you create a better story for yourself, then you can go out there and help other people as well, which is great. You build your castle and then you help others build theirs. That's my whole thing on it. That's my whole take on it. And every time I do go back home and I see my family, I absolutely love it. It's a lot more meaningful than if I was to see them every couple months or every day. Now it's a lot more meaningful. I enjoy the experiences. These experiences get trapped in my mind and I take it like a little picture of them in my mind, and it always reminds me of some little thing that I'm doing throughout the day, like a smell or something that I do might remind me of a time that I was with my family, which to me is a lot more meaningful than if I was with them every day. I kind of wouldn't miss them or have that drive to work hard for them or anything like that. So the point is, I really do think that you got to get out of your comfort zone. You got to get out there into the real world and experience life for what it is. Meet new people, create new connections. Know that your family is still going to be there, whether you fail or you succeed in your mission. Cherish the time with them also, but do know that your life comes first, that your goals come first, that whatever you're working towards, you have to make sure that other things can't distract you from that. And if it is a necessity that it has to distract you, then so be it. That's a whole different scenario. But I'm meaning just a normal day-to-day life. If you're getting distracted from your goals and what you're working towards, then you really need to step away. Where can I go in the world? Where would I be able to grow the most? What things can I try? Yes, a lot of people will give me a lot of judgment on these things, but what things can I try that'll get me to this next step? And I feel like a lot of people just get trapped in the comfortable life. For me, it just wasn't like that. Leave your hometown, go experience things. You'll truly change. After like 3 years, and I've become a new person. When I first came here, I had such a hoary accent. I had such broken English. I just talked like a hoodlum. And then now that I'm here, my speaking, my vocabulary, my understanding of words has just gotten that much more. And if you do go out there in the real world, if you do leave your hometown, I wish you all the best, and I hope you enjoy the journey and take everything in, learn new things, understand new things, find out what you truly want in life. It'll all be worth it. Comfort is the killer of progression. That is a saying that I absolutely love. I genuinely like that saying. I'm gonna live by it forever.